Left side, right side for a round. Left side, right side for a round. Yeah. Left side, right side for a round. Left side, right side for a round. Yeah. Reservoir dogs, bulletproof vest with a terrier. Niggas love to talk, so fuck it, man, we ain't hearing ya. Edwin told me, don't rely on the handyman. And keep my name out your mouth. I'm like the candy man.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dreams and Dollars. Today we have a very, very special guest. His name is Malcolm, known as Kiamo. Come on in. Welcome. We're very excited to have you today and to be able to interview you. I want the audience to get to know you a little more and to know exactly who Kiamo is. So who is Kiamo?
Kiamo's a, hip hop artist, entrepreneur, neighborhood hero. I love rap. I love hip hop. I love the elements. I love the production. I love everything. I love the filming. I just love it. I love art. It's like
all the creative aspects.
All the creative aspects, from the video directing, just everything. I just love it. Like
it's a whole package deal.
Yeah, neighborhood hero. I always call myself the neighborhood hero too, because I show love to the kids. I give back to the community. Give hope that we could really do something where we from. You know what I mean? Don't limit yourself. You could do anything you want, but you gotta have the right mind. You gotta have the right, you gotta have your purpose put together. You gotta have the everything that you want to align with, all in one.
So, what is music to you?
Music is like a sense of a feeling. There's a sense where you could cry to, you can get mad to, you could fight to, you can just get angry to, you could break a car window. Like music is just the element of feeling to me, where like I can get into a mode. Like lately, it's just feel like I've just been on a whole praying wave. So like I'm listening to a lot of like laid back music, Yolanda Adams, gospel and stuff like that, But then I can also get in a mood where I'm just listening to like DMX and like it just has me in that mood where it's just dark, like listening to DMX slipping, like Beanie Siegel, Feel It in the Air, like it just gets into that element. Or I can get into a mode where I'm listening to Lose Yourself from Eminem, or like Nipsey Hussle that make me want to hustle, or Jay-Z, Nas, and like all these artists that like help pour into who I am, Kiamo, And that's just the basics I'm just naming, I grew up, I just love rap. I love it, not just New York rap. I love down south when it was Jeezy, T.I., and all that element where it was fun as kids. Them franchise boys, lean with it, rock with everything. The West Coast with like Game and like Kendrick Lamar and like Dr. Dre, Snoop, and like you got the whole TDE. You just got a whole bunch of West Coast artists, Nipsey, YG, just so much. And I just love art, so like I use it and I just pour it into who I am as an artist,
So music holds a special, special place in your heart.
Yeah, even like when it's like the female aspect of music. Like I love Anne Marie. I love like a lot of these artists. I just love art. Like I love Jasmine Sullivan. I love there's so many females. Like I think that's dope. Even the female rappers that are dope. Like I just love the element of music. It just brings a sense of like, all right, we could relate. You could really tell, like, you can get along with somebody by the music they listen to, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned that you're the neighborhood hero.
Yeah.
So let's talk about where you're from and exactly where Kiamo came from.
Yeah. I'm from Passaic, New Jersey. Just a kid in the neighborhood, I grew up playing recreation sports, football, basketball, baseball. I grew up in a culture city that's, Spanish, and Hispanic, and black, I'm half Hispanic and I'm half black, I'm half Dominican.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, my mom's from Dominican Republic.
Oh, nice.
Except from the capital. So
look at that.
Yeah, and my dad from out here,
Okay.
So like I'm best of both worlds. Like when you think of Passaic, you think of that. And like you look at me, that's what I am,
The nice mix, yeah.
So yeah, like when it comes to that element,
How was school growing up as a kid?
It was cool, I was like,
in the area.
we had fun, This is such fun. You had ton of friends, from friends I had played recreation baseball with, little league baseball with, from friends I played basketball with, from friends I played football with, from friends that just sat in the stands and did stupid stuff that was my friends,
Yeah.
And then I went to high school and then I met more friends from a more diverse, because I went to DePaul. So like my father sent me up there because he just wanted me to have
Where's
a better
that?
That's in Wayne. he wanted me to have a better education.
In
so that
Wayne, New Jersey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Wayne,
Okay.
New Jersey. So that took me out my comfort zone because I'm like,
That's a whole different
that's a whole
environment.
nother environment
Yeah.
from where I'm from in Passaic. But I also met people that was from Patterson, people that was from North, that was there for almost the same reason I went there, to get an education, play sports, and try to get into college using that, you know? So like I gained a brotherhood from that element as well. Shout out to my brothers. They know who they are. I don't gotta say too much. And like, you know, just a lot of back and forth, going to school, then coming back home, going there, coming back home. So, yeah.
So do you think that your music is also influenced from all the different diversity that you had growing up? How would you well, better yet, how would you describe your music?
My music is like, it's crazy. It's like, you ever seen the movie Bronx Tale?
No, but I've heard of it.
So Bronx Tale is basically like that little kid Z. That's me. Like, my father was a working man, you know, did everything that he had to do, but who my uncles and godfathers was, and my father changed his life to be who he is now, to be a working man once I was born. But who my godfathers are, and like my uncles are, and my cousins are, they're dudes from the streets. So like, basically, like I come from a family background, but also dudes from the streets where they were like, you know, I'm placed in the middle, but like, it wasn't like, I'm going to the streets. I'm doing these things. Like we do stupid little things when we're kids because we were tempted. But at the same time, it was more or less like, listen, you got a purpose. I don't want you out here with me. You know what I mean? We love your father that much that we won't want you out here with. We love your father that much. Like, hey, if you at the store where we at, we getting what you want. We making sure you good. We making sure you protected.
Yeah.
So it was like I was always loved, protected, and respected growing up as a kid, coming up where I'm coming, you know? So like when I speak in my music, I speak like discipline, I speak honor, I speak code, I speak family, I speak foundation, I speak all of that, all into my music. I speak life, I tell stories. I'm telling you storytelling, real life stories.
Professional storyteller. That's what you do.
Like I'm telling you every aspect about it. I'm speaking about love. I'm speaking about, you know, hurt. I'm speaking about being motivated and overcoming situations you never thought you could overcome. That's in my art. That's in my music.
Wow. You said that what brought you to music was basically you have a different outlook.
Yeah.
When you say your outlook is different, I know you also mentioned giving back to your community.
Yeah.
And that's impressive because people are always thinking about themselves. So that just shows your heart and a little bit more of who you are. So besides being the rapper and the hip hop star and you know, trying to obtain your goals, who are you as a person?
I'm a dad.
I love that.
I'm somebody that's like family traditions, foundation, and that's key to life. Like knowing your foundation. So then when you have your children, you know how to pour into them the right way, because you want them to follow your foundation as far as you could take them. Then at the same time, they're creating their own.
Yes.
And then they develop who they are, you know. But as long as I can lay the blueprint, I can lay it down for them. So it's almost like they're walking the yellow brick road. And sometimes some bricks are going to fall off that road, but hey, they're going to end up putting their own bricks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And as they go into their
You're
own
just
journey.
guiding them.
And I'm just guiding them with things that I know. And also, as a parent, we all know your kids are going to teach you things that you don't know about yourself. You know? So, yeah.
That's the true lesson in parenting.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get to discover who you are too.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel that part of being a dad has motivated you more?
Absolutely. It motivates me every day to get up and do for them. More or less, of course, you know, you want to do for yourself, but most importantly, do for them. Because at the end of the day, you got to know, like, once you have children, they come first. They are your world, and you want to create the best future for them as possible. No matter if you're having a messed up day, no matter if you got the worst headache ever,
You
at
still
the end
have
of
to
the day,
show up.
You still have to show up every single day,
Yeah.
every moment of everything, you know, for them.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
The fact that your answer is, I'm a dad.
Yeah.
That melted my heart. That's so cute. I love it. So where does Malcolm come from?
Well, that's just my name. That's, you know, that's the government.
Okay.
When I was in the hospital, I was nameless for 2 days. You know? Yeah, like
The no-name kid?
No name kid. It's just son. They call him son.
Son. That's so cute.
So my grandfather said he's gonna be something in life, and you know who Malcolm X was. He said,
Yes.
I want to name him Malcolm.
Powerful.
He's gonna be something in life.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
So that's how Malcolm came about.
Yeah.
And how did you get your name Kiamo?
It started off as Soda American Dream, and we all know Soda American Dream is a pretty long name. You know
It
what I
is.
mean? So I just thought like, all right, I want to rebrand myself. I want to change everything. I'm a father now. My whole outlook on music is a lot different.
Okay.
When I'm Soda American Dream, I was started off as a 16-year-old kid. I'm a grown man now. I'm a father. You know, I'm about family. My whole outlook is a little bit different from when I was 16. You know, so I said, you know what, Kiamo is a lot different. It fits me more. It's just like it's a brand new me.
So when you say you have a different outlook, is there a different outlook for music as well? Are you looking at music differently from a different creative lens? Change within you and your music and your style.
The business outlook,
Okay.
the whole business approach, where the game is mostly 90% business and 10% talent. So you want to utilize the business aspect to know, like, all right, I created a foundation that was so good for myself. So when I could take, let's say, 3 months, not 3 months off, because at the same time, business is still getting done behind the scenes. But when I come back and say, all right, we're dropping new music, the impact is still there.
It's there.
It's there. So we always want to utilize, business strategy, marketing strategy, because that's going to give your whole outlook totally different. It's not just dropping music,
Okay.
and there's no purpose behind it. And that's been my whole thing, my whole journey is having purpose with everything that we do.
Do you feel like that drains you when you're doing it without purpose, when you're just trying to produce but not giving it any thought or
It's like a relationship.
Yeah.
If you have no purpose in a relationship, what is a relationship going to do? It's going to drain you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a relationship and you're not looking to get married, it's going to drain you. If you're in a relationship with a partner and you're not looking to grow and elevate, it's going to drain you. So that's the same way to look at life.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. And that's how you look at music too.
absolutely. That's how I look at everything, basically. Right now, definitely in the stage I'm at in my life, is that everything has to have a purpose behind it. That's the main thing. Like, everything has to have a purpose.
It's like having your goals and being aligned to what it is that you want.
Yeah.
What has been the hardest thing that you've had to learn thus far when it comes to the business aspect of being your own, because you're your own producer,
Yeah.
your own everything basically, right?
Yeah.
So what has been your hardest lesson?
With the music business, I could really say the hardest part about this is just keeping a balance of personal life and a balance of like what you want to do and what you do. That's one of the hardest things, because you don't want to lose sight of one thing my grandfather said was like, as a man and you have a family's the number one most important thing. You don't want to work too much, then you lose sight of your family. But then you don't want to work too less, and you lose sight of your goals.
Yep.
So it's like you got to really keep a balance, and you just have to pray and keep the faith in God that you know that everything's going to stay together best as possible. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't, but at least you know that you gave it 100% effort and trying to keep it a balance. Because you could lose yourself in trying to keep everything together.
That is so true.
Yeah.
And that is so deep, because you can get so worked. You could become so overwhelmed with work that you even change who you become, right?
Yeah.
Or lose sight of your family, or lose sight of the things, the core true things that are important for you, which I know for you is your family, right? So do you want to talk a little bit about your family and how you are as a dad? I know you have a little one, about your little girl. I'm going to talk about baby girl. The best part was when you said, I'm a dad.
Family mean the world to me. My life changed. My life changed when I started diving into my family. And like where I'm at right now, like it's a crazy cycle I'm going through. But family changed me. Building, like, one thing I say, like, there's a lot of people that don't know how to balance from the family I was born, the family I come from, to the family that I'm building.
The family you created.
Yeah. So like that's one of the hardest things a lot of the times, and it could get overwhelming. It can get so stressful. Because at the same time, you just want peace with everything. You just want everybody to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes everybody's not going to be happy, you know? So you just got to be the best you and show up the best way you can show up for your kids, the best way possible, you know? No matter how much you try, how much you fight, how much you cry, how much you pray, how much dedicated time you put into it, you just got to know that you have to show up at the end of the day for your kids the best way you could show up possible, you know? And that's something that my life at 24 years old, like I started to grow and understand that to the person I am now, that's the things I was always dedicating myself to. At a 24-year-old kid, like a lot of people at 24, dudes are still chilling, dudes still popping bottles. I changed everything about me. Like a lot of my friends that I hung out with at 24 are not the same friends I hang out with now. Once I became a father, I started hanging around dudes that are fathers. I started hanging out with dudes that cherish family. I started hanging around dudes that's like, yo, I just bought a home for my family. So those are the people I was trying to I was getting around because that's where my mind was. That's where I was elevating at that point. So that's why I say Kiamo was a whole different person from Soda American Dream. Soda American Dream, all his friends was wild and doing crazy stuff outside, and you know,
That's no longer who you are.
that's not who I am anymore, you know. So that's why I said, like, it's family, like the foundation, the stability, the routines, everything that you want to create, paving the way for your children.
And how do you balance being a dad and doing your music, dedicating time to write new raps, or doing a show or a CD? How do you balance that?
It's the same thing where I tell my manager Josh, aka Blue House Regulations, I just get in a mode. Like if I'm not recording music sometimes for 3 months, I just get in a mode where I tell my friends like, yo, this week I just recorded 7-10 tracks.
Wow.
Because I just lock in with myself.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the business aspect that's around me is good because it keeps a balance, because people are like wondering like, yo, why does he need posting?
Mm-hmm.
I know he's working on something crazy.
He's doing something.
He's doing
quiet.
something. He's quiet. You know, you always got to worry about the dog that's quiet, not the dog that barks.
No, absolutely.
You know, so that's one of the avenues that, you know, when it comes to that.
What is your favorite pastime with your baby girl?
Well, today I just got a new car.
Oh, congrats.
So
That's amazing.
Thank you. So when she saw it, she's like, Daddy, we got a new car. Like, yeah, you know, so like.
Her face lit up.
Yeah, you know, because we was just like, it's hard when you're young. Sometimes you got to Uber everywhere and stuff like that, you know. So like for her to see that, like, I'm here to make life easier as possible. Having a soft girl era, you know what I mean? Like, that's most important. Like, you know, she got a nail. I took her to get her nails done, her feet done today.
That's so cute.
You know, just, you know, show her that a dad can do all these things. Show her that a father can give unconditional love. Show her so when she gets older, she knows, like, you know, you got to love me how my dad loved me.
Absolutely.
You gotta how my dad
and if you can't, she needs to know.
You gotta go. And
you gotta go.
You're gonna go through your own share of heartbreak, you know,
Absolutely.
of course. But I want her to understand, like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel weak. It's okay, because dad is there.
Dad got me.
If dad's not there, I played Lion King, right? And I said, I'm not. She cried. She got sad when Mufasa died, and I said, life is gonna be that way too, mommy. She 4. I said, I'm not always gonna be here, but if you pray and you look up in the sky, I promise you I will always be there. You may not hear me, but I will always be there. You know?
That is so cute.
Yeah, so.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So how do you tie yourself, that dad, Kiamo, to your music and your lyrics? Do you do that?
Yeah, because it's like, if I pour into all these kids in the neighborhood, I help give back to the Boys and Girls Club. I help give back to the homeless. I help give back book bags and school drive to all these people and these kids that I don't know really from the neighborhood, and some that I do know from the neighborhood. What makes you think I'm not going to pour into my daughter that same way? I go 10 times harder for her, you know?
For sure.
Yeah, so that's what it's all been about, you know, even my stepson, you know, like raising him from when he was 5 years old, pouring into him, because I only just want the best for them, you know, the best for them, the best for their development, the best for their growth, and, you know, just become something in life, you know. And at the end of the day, when I rest my eyes, I know you guys did it. You guys, I was hard on you guys for a reason. You may not understand it right now, but years down the line, when you're 16 and you see your friends doing something, you say, he taught me better than that. He taught me don't do that. He taught me when I'm talking to another man, look him in his eyes and be a man in his word, you know. when it comes to my daughter, to teach you how to be a lady and act like a lady when you're around people, and always look people in their eyes when you talk.
Yeah.
You know, so
Your heart is beautiful. God bless you.
thank you, thank
I
you.
absolutely love it. I'm getting to know you with these questions, and
Yeah,
I am impressed, like beyond words. You're an
Yeah.
amazing soul. Your parents have done an amazing job with you.
thank you.
Do you want to speak a little bit on your parents and your journey to who you are?
It's crazy because like I heard a conversation before. I wasn't a father at the time. It's before me and Quinn we went to Atlanta, and one of my guys, Edwin, that's like my uncle. He sat in the studio and he told me something. He was talking. I wasn't really in the conversation, but I heard what he said. He said, "You know, I didn't understand my dad till I became a dad.
I don't think nobody does.
No, nobody understands their parent till they become a parent. So you was imagine like you didn't have kids, so you was so hard on your parent. It's like wow, this and that till you become one. So then life humbles you in so many ways.
So many ways.
Yeah. So then I just look at my dad and how he just got up for work every single day, sick, whatever, to provide for his family. I look at my mom, being so strong, and my mom had me at 17.
Wow.
So like her being the woman she is, she was like she said forget all her friends when she had me, and she just poured into her family. At 17, my mom said something that, I couldn't take y'all to Florida, but hey, we took y'all to Wildwood and we had a hell of a time.
That's all that matters.
So that's the most important thing, where you make your sacrifices as a parent to still give your kid the world. And I use that with mine to pour into my kids.
So is that like a model that you follow as well? It's not about the things you give your child. It's about the memories you create. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Yeah.
And I think people, if they understood that just spending 5 minutes with your child makes a world of a difference.
Absolutely. It's about pouring into your kids. It's time. It's not just, what you can buy them, but it's like it's all about what you can give your child. But like, what I mean give your child is like give your child the education, give your child like those type of elements in life. But the time is priceless, That's why I say if I'm doing interviews, I'm doing, music videos, I'm in the studio, that's me hanging out. That's my time to hang out. Time. But I'm also working at the same time. I'm productive. When when I'm done with the studios and everything, I love being back home. I don't like staying out till 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I like to do my job and come back home with my family.
Be with your baby girl.
Be with my baby girl. That's the most important thing. Like to know that, my dad did this for me. My dad, like as you get older, she'll notice it. My dad did this. My dad made sacrifices. My dad put himself backwards so he could put me in front of him. Like that's what it's all about. She could say my dad, or he could say my dad. That's what it's about.
So what's your biggest motivator?
I could always say my daughter. I could always say the city I come from. I could always say my family. I could say a ton of these things. What's crazy is I think of like, people that are no longer here. I think of like my grandmother. I got death tatted on one arm. I got my cousin, that's my grandfather, Kiamo, which is my name, my cousin Corey. My grandmother right here, like I got death tatted on one arm. And like when I said that, I said I got death tatted on one arm. It feels so like I feel like I'm talking to ghosts, most of the time. And it's like that's my purpose for them too, that are no longer here. Those are the people that give me strive, like keep me pushing. They help elevate me. They help sharpen my mind. Sometimes I hear my grandmother saying, "I'm proud of you." Sometimes I hear my grandmother saying, "Hey, you keep making the same choice. This is why you keep feeling how you feel." Like I hear these people talking when I'm praying at night, and that's, a lot of those elements just help build who I am as a person, as a father, as an artist.
You have spiritual guidance.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. People don't know about that.
Nah, that takes a deeper mind to understand that. And then if you start talking like that, people start thinking you're crazy. But it is what it is.
Absolutely, no, for sure. Yeah. But that's so beautiful.
Thank you.
That you're guided, and not only do you have your intuition as well to guide you and to make the decisions that you made that has gotten you to where you are today, you also have your team behind you.
Absolutely.
And your support system. Is there anybody that you want to say thank you to?
I want to say thank you to God. Because without them challenges that he gave me, I wouldn't be learning. One thing I learned is like if you ask for patience, God is gonna test you more.
Everything.
If you ask for love, God is gonna
You
break
got
you
me
more.
crying here.
Yeah. If you ask for somebody to care about you, He's gonna put you in situations where people don't care about you.
Yep.
And that's something that I had to learn these last couple weeks in my life, where like, you know, you be like, why me? You know,
All the time.
why I'm going through this? And like I'm such a great person. Like I'm not hurting nobody's feelings. I'm showing up for people. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not doing evil things, you know? So like that was me all week. That's what you're doing right now. That was me all week.
You got me
You know?
crying.
And like I cry and some men they cry in silence. You know what I mean? You'll never sometimes see a man cry, but he's crying in silence. He's crying. He can't even function the right way. He can't even think the right way. And that's like grieving. And like I'm going through a phase where it's like I lost my family. And I've been going to like therapy to help cope my mind. Cause I'm in a place where it's dark. But I got friends that's like calling me, checking up on me, making sure I'm okay. My
good.
family, making sure I'm okay. It's not easy.
It's not.
Sleepless nights. You're not eating. You don't want to be around nobody.
You got to
You don't
stay
wanna-
motivated.
You don't want to do what you love to do. And like that's why I said like this interview is so important to me because it's getting me out.
Sitting out.
Is I need to do this. I need to like I had a good week, you know. I was going through hell, but I had a good week, you know.
You just always got to remember your why.
Yeah.
Why you started, why you're here, and what's your end goal. Even though that may not be your end goal.
Yeah.
But what are you striving for?
Yeah.
And always remember that your little one is looking.
Yeah.
She's always watching you. Got to make that little girl proud.
My mom say it all the time, like you gotta stay strong for her. You know, like
And for you too.
Yeah, for me too. That's the most important person too, because
You're important too here.
Yeah.
Without you, what is baby girl gonna do? She needs a strong dad because she's looking to you.
Yeah.
She's turning to you for her basic necessities. You need to be able to provide that.
Yes.
And I think you can. You gotta get out that dark hole.
Yeah. Definitely. You know, I know the light is at the end of the tunnel. You know?
Absolutely.
It's just a phase in life that I've never been through before. Like I felt like I never
It's
been
new
through.
territory.
It's new. It's not my. I'm not even gonna say a comfort
okay.
zone. It's just like a scary feeling with the unknown, like what's gonna happen next, you know. But at the end of the day, it's like my grandfather said, like I'm gonna be special, and the light that I walk in, some people may not understand it right now, but later they will. You know, just having the heart that I have, you know. People may not understand it. I always say, like, to know me is to love me.
I was just gonna say that.
You know?
You are loved.
Yeah.
And that should also give you comfort.
Yeah.
That you have people that love you, that support you, and are looking. There's people watching you that you don't even know that are watching you.
Yeah.
You're motivating people. Do you ever think about that? The people that you're motivating that you don't even know?
It's like I don't know why my words save people. Because at times I feel like my words don't even save me. And I try, like, yo, Josh will send me a song and be like, yo, you heard what you just said? Like, and it's like I'm speaking on things that what I'm going through right now. And I talked about it 2 years ago. You heard what you said? Like, listen to your words, bro. Like, listen to them. And sometimes it's the hardest thing because it's just like, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, like showing up for people, but at the same time, it's like I just poured so much into everything that I lost me in the process. I poured so much hope and love into everything, that when it was time for it, then when they said I don't want it no more, it's like, dang, I don't have no more to give myself. And that's just been something that's been
That's why you have to always circle back to your why
yeah.
and remember who you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get so invested into things, hoping for a different outcome, that when it doesn't happen, we harp or ruminate in energies that are not good for us. So you have to become stronger within yourself to say, wait a minute, I know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
No, this ain't me. I got to shake this shit off.
Yeah, facts.
That's what you need to do. Shake it off. Shake it off and remember who you are. Start grinding and just focus on your music or whatever it is that's going to bring you happiness. If that's your baby girl and going to the park, go to the park with your daughter. Have fun with your daughter. If it's sitting down and creating new songs, do that.
Yeah.
But don't get lost. Listen, everything has a solution. As difficult as life gets, every single thing has a solution. And what you see right now to be like the biggest issue, you're going to look back at it and say, you know what? It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. It may seem that way. It may seem that way. But again, it has a solution. And everything always works out the way it needs to work out. And I know sometimes things happen that you're just like, why did it happen that way? Like you said, I'm a good person. I don't go around doing things to hurt anyone. That's fine. But God is building your character. Because the person you're about to become, people are not going to recognize you.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be like, who is that?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that? And you're about to show them. So do not get lost.
Thank you.
Again, your thoughts create your reality.
Mm.
Always have a positive outlook in everything that you do.
Yeah.
You're doing great. You're a beautiful soul.
Thank you.
Your energy is a blessing to be around. And again, stay focused. You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you can give a message to somebody that's in your shoes or that aspires to do things that you're currently doing, what would it be? Think of yourself at 14, 15, starting out. What would you tell yourself, your younger self?
Love people with their heart. Show up as much as they show up for you.
Believe them when they show you who they are.
And that's something that you have to accept. Let go of your expectations of people. Just because you think that they're this way, some people are just black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just have to you can't change everything. You can't fix everybody. You just can't do it. And that's all I ever known to try to do, like help elevate my friends and change their perspectives and like what they do so they can grow and elevate with their craft. But you just can't do that with everybody. Everybody's not gonna get it. But you know when some people do get it, when people don't appreciate your presence, they'll respect your absence. So when they see you no longer there trying to push them and guide them,
Mm-hmm.
and they start seeing you do what you have to do and you start bubbling and doing, they'll look back and say, damn. Well, if you got the right mind and the good heart,
That's
you'll look
true.
at it. You'll look at it that way and take accountability in things. You'll look at it in that lens. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing too. As a young kid, always take accountability and be around people that can take accountability. To tell them like, yo, listen, I'm trying to keep you in a safe space. I love you. Listen, dog, but you tripping. I'm telling you, this is why you tripping, and you have to accept it. And you gotta be able to say, you know what? You could, at the heat of the moment, say, nah, you work.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get home and you by yourself, because you're your true self when you're by yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It don't matter what nobody say. You're only your true self when you're by yourself. So when you get home, you just tell yourself, like, you know what? I was tripping. You know what? I am bugging. Damn.
Own
man.
it.
Own it, and then you create change. As long as you try, I don't care if you mess up 10,000 times, but at least you attempted to take accountability in what you're doing.
So that's what you'll tell yourself.
I'll tell myself that at 15, tell yourself.
You do realize that you had to learn valuable lessons to get that knowledge, right?
Oh, wow, that's deep. That's deep, yeah.
That's the sad reality of life.
Yeah.
That's how we learn.
Mhm.
And you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Give yourself the credit.
Thank you.
So we're looking forward to your CD. I know you're dropping a CD in June.
Mm-hmm.
June 11th?
June 11th. Yeah. A
Ah.
Malcolm story. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that CD.
The project, we've been recording it since 2022, the end of 2022, going into 2023, and like we started doing more 2024. Like this is something that's special, you know.
Okay.
The whole outlook. We've been dropping projects in the mix of it, but I always said a Malcolm story is gonna be something special because I'm giving you my life. I'm giving you every element, every aspect, because I'm still going through things right now, you know. So like we're wrapping it up pretty soon because June is around the corner.
Yep.
We've been talking, trying to probably push it back, probably a couple more days, a couple more weeks.
Okay.
But because we just want to give it the best outlook, give you the best music. And I'm taking everything that I learned from the business aspect, the marketing aspect, even the creative art aspect, and pouring it all into this album. You know, it's a Malcolm story. It's my story. It's my life. It's my journey. It's my mistakes. It's my hiccups. It's my F-ups. It's my love. It's my heartbreak. It's everything all into this album.
It's who you are.
Yeah, it's who I am.
It's the real deal, Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, I'm excited to tune in. I'm sure that your supporters as well are. But thank you for coming today.
No, thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate it.
You did an amazing job. You're phenomenal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You did it. I love your story.
Yeah.
You're dope.